Good evening, everybody. I'm going to be trying to do a rainbow cut crease here in like a very short period of time. So I'm not going to do a bunch of chatting. I'm trying to get this done while my special needs dog is in her high chair while she's eating. She's got like 20 minutes left. So I'm going to put snow on first. I am going to be using the BH palette for the most of the color because I have not gotten my rainbow set in yet. But putting down a base of any Shadow Sense product, whether it's snow or candlelight or anything really, will help the staying power of any other shadows that you wear. It's even better if you mix them, but because the BH palette is powder in pans, I don't know that that would mix very well. It'll probably make a big mess. So this is the next best option. And I started doing something new on my face. I've seen a couple people doing, hi Sarah. I've seen a couple people doing it's like a reverse foundation challenge, and it's probably old, so if you've seen it before, then you know what I'm talking about. But so it's basically like you put your foundation, like your powder on before your liquid, which is weird, but I found that if I use our silk, which is like a pore minimizer, and then put the powder on, it kind of helps to like fill in the pores a little bit. And then I put my CCTM on afterwards and it looks pretty good. So this palette, I did finally open the package it came in, but I've not actually opened this yet. As you can tell, because I don't even know how to open it. Oh, this is funny. I should have maybe figured that out first. Like, it looks like there's another piece in here. There we go. There we go. That's what you do. Okay, now. And they're pretty much all shimmer shades. So what we're gonna do today is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So we'll start with that. And this should be fun and interesting because I've never done anything with this many colors before. Well, that's not true. I have, but it wasn't like distinguishing colors. It was just, I don't know, just a lot of colors. And I have no idea what eye color or what lip color we're gonna do. Probably something from the Carnival collection, just because I really want to try them. So I have tried the bubblegum glitter, but I've still got snow cone, candy apple green, and orange soda to try. So if anybody has votes on which color they'd like to see, put them in the comments. All right, so since we're starting, I'm gonna do this side first, I think. So I'm just gonna start with this yellow right here. And I have not used like straight powder shadows in a while. So this should be interesting. It's been almost 2 years, and back when I was using straight powder shadows, I didn't really know what I was doing. So I'm just kind of stippling that in to get the color where I want it. We can always go back later and blend. Orange soda, we have 1 vote for orange soda. I want to mix with that one so bad. All right, so we're gonna have a lot of brushes here. Now I'm gonna go with this orange right next to it. They don't have like names, so that's not helpful really, but it's just this orange right next to the yellow. It's taken me like forever to figure out which way the colors should go, because I've got to figure, like, do I want to read the rainbow right? Do I want it to read for you guys? Which eye should go where? It's been fun figuring that out. So I should get using this bigger mirror I've got. And I'm just using big fluffy brushes at this point. And I'm bringing it up higher because I'm going to cut the crease a little bit and bring those colors back down. So, see, I'm just gonna try this red that's right there in that, right in the next row, or not next row, the same row. The shadows so far are pretty. I'm not getting a ton of fallout. They seem pretty pigmented. I'm being super gentle with them because, like I said, I haven't used straight powder shadow. Oh, that was cute. I've been trying to remember to bring my eyebrow down so that I make sure we can see the color there before I finish an eye, which has been a whole new process for me, let me tell you, because my cleanser just spilled all over my hands. That was cute. So now I'm going to go back in with all three of those shadows just underneath the eye a little bit. What scares me about using a palette like this is if I get into it and I'm not paying attention to what color I'm using, like I can really see me screwing up. I'm picking a different color. Like, it's not such a big deal when I'm doing two different eyes, but if I'm doing the same eye, because I usually do, well, no, I usually kind of do the eyes at the same time. So I guess that would help, but it definitely seems to go on a lot faster than Shadow Sense. And I'll probably go back in and darken it up a little bit. Just kind of wanted to lay out our colors here. And I'm definitely going to go in and deepen up that red, maybe with the one underneath of it here. This is just almost too orange. I wish these had colors. It would make it a lot more fun. Like, not colors, names. So I'm just using like a angled brush for this. And I just used the same brush for all three colors underneath the eye. I did use different brushes for the colors up here, but that's mainly because I want to go back in and deepen those colors a little bit. And I know because these are shimmer shadows, they're going to be a little bit more sheer. That's just how it happens. If you want your shimmer shade to kind of pop more, it's helpful to put like a sticky primer on first. So it helps the colors to adhere to your eyelid. But I've got some running around to do in a little bit, and I'm kind of curious to see how this like lasts. I don't have a long day or anything. I'm not doing anything crazy. But regular shadow used to not last on me because I have oilier skin. Now, it's gotten better since I've been using Senegence products. So that's good. But yeah. I had this like back and forth with this palette, Sarah, because I wanted the Morphe Pride palette. But when that didn't work, I found these BH palettes, and they're both take me back to Brazil. But the original is matte and the Rio is shimmer. So when it came down to like, yeah, I could have bought both, I guess, but not knowing how I was going to like the shadows, I wasn't sure I wanted to do that. So It was like, do I buy the matte or do I buy the shimmer? Now, because these are shimmer and the rainbow collection that Senegence just leased is matte, I'll have that advantage. So if I want to like add some shimmer to any of my Senegence rainbow looks, I can do that with this palette. I can just add it on top of the shadow. Weird. So now I'm taking the brush I used the orange with. I used the orange with. I'm gonna go in and clean this up in a second. It looks like a mess, and I'm getting a slight little bit of fallout that you guys can see right there, but that's why I did my eyes first. So then I'm gonna go and do the colors on the other side. So we've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Do that and see. Really should have made sure my brushes were clean before I sat down. How was everybody's Thursday? I can't believe it's Thursday already. I need to open the air vent in here because it's a little warm. So I think I'm just going to stay in that second to bottom row and use these green, blue, and purple. And I might use some other shades to kind of accent or blend two of the colors together. See, so I raise my eye at first so I can make sure I'm getting everything. Oh, yay. Happy Friday, Sarah. Do you have any fun plans for the weekend? This weekend is one that Shell's working. Her and the store that she works at. Her backup, she runs night crew, and her backup has to have like every other weekend off because of kids and stuff. And since we don't have kids, it's not a big deal. She has started working every other weekend, but in order for that to work with the way their time cards and weeks go, she has to work 10 days off and 4 days, or 10 days on and 4 days off. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I saw that post. That's Teresa, right? She's in this group. She's been fun to get to know. So this weekend is one of her working weekends, which probably means I'm going to try to spend as much time as I can at my friend Jen's house helping her out. That's my friend from Minnesota that recently moved out here. Well, no, I'm sorry. She's from Texas. She just happened to live in Minnesota before she moved here. She didn't like Minnesota very much. So they just bought their house last month. And she's got a bum hand. Like she heard it somehow and all of the moving and that kind of craziness. I am liking the pigment on these shades. It does give you like a lot of payout and there's not a ton of fallout. So it's definitely workable. Like I can definitely work with it and I like that. Yes, Tiffany does know her too. I love that you guys are all friends. So I've been wanting to go and spend time with her and help her around the house and stuff since she moved out of our house into their house. But it's just been, I'm in this weird phase, I guess. I don't know. I hope it's a phase. Where like, I wouldn't say I was depressed because mentally I don't feel depressed, but physically I feel depressed. So mentally I want to get up in the morning and be productive and get things done, and I'm excited about life and things that things that I have planned. But getting my body to like do them has been ridiculously hard. So I decided it's time for me to go back to therapy because obviously I have some blockers I need to probably work through. And I have no problems with therapy. I have a psychology degree. I planned on being a therapist, so it's not like I have. My issue with therapy is just in that I don't seem to find therapists that work well for me. And because of my schooling, I pick apart the therapist. And I know that, and I go in and I tell them that to begin with, and that's the thing that gets me. I tell them, look, I'm going to come in here and tell you I'm fine, because that's just what I'm used to. And chronically ill, and I'm always fine. Could be falling apart, but I will be fine. It's not a big deal. I will tell them that up front and be like, you really have to push me. You have to dig. You have to push me. You have to like make it uncomfortable. And they won't. So after a few weeks of not getting anywhere, I just stopped going. But I'm at a different point in my life. I've grown up a lot. I've been through a lot more. So I'm willing to give it another chance. And since I can't figure out why my body's doing this, I figured it's probably time to give it a shot. So this has got some definite, like, considering, I don't know how long, it doesn't tell me how long the video's been going anymore. But considering how fast I did that, I'm kind of impressed. I'm definitely enjoying this so far. And it's nice too because I want to, yes, I sell Synergens products, but I ultimately would like to get to a point where I'm doing makeup for special events or bridal parties or what have you. And while I may be able to get away with using 90% Synergens products, and I probably will only ever use Synergens foundation because I know it's going to last and I don't have to do any extra like magic steps to make it happen. It's nice to have, especially before these rainbow colors came out. If they don't make these permanent, I might just scream. But anyway, I digress. It'll be nice to start building up my kit for when I'm doing actual makeovers for money. It's one thing when I'm doing a free makeover to be like, no, I'm only using 100% Synergens products, but in reality, it's going to be better for my business long run. I do love them. And for being shimmers, I'm actually pretty impressed because like shimmers can sometimes be really super sheer. And these aren't. Like I said, I've got that little bit of fallout here from the red and orange. You can kind of see like when I move my head, but that's why I did the colors first. So that I could come back in and clean that up with foundation. If I want to, I might not even do that just because I'm not going anywhere like super special. Oh my God. Okay, did you guys, can you see the shimmer in the shadows? Maybe if I swatch it. Like the highlight shades down here have some great, oh, that was like a phone blast or whatever, but they've got like these shimmer highlight shades at the bottom and they're super glittery. Except for when I swatched it, it took all the glitter off and it doesn't look like there's a ton of, there's probably in the pressed powder. Right, so that was the alarm for my kid, but it's not gonna hurt her to sit a little bit longer. Anyway, those highlight shades were really pretty, but hopefully there's more. It looked like I rubbed all the glitter off, so not that it's a big deal. I've got a ton of glitter products from Synergens that are awesome, so now I'm going to go in with our white concealer for the cut crease, which I am still figuring out, so it's not ever the cleanest, but we have that like old school air vents, I guess. I don't even know what they're called. But like they're old school. They're right in the middle of the room and they're kind of difficult to open and close. But I think it's officially gotten warm enough in here I'm also like PMSing and hot flashing still from my birth control pills. And I'm PMSing because it's that time right now. So I'm only going to do like a half cut crease. If you guys remember the screenshot of the photo or a screenshot of the look, that was my inspiration. Now, and some people might go back over their cut crease with some powder to kind of set it in place. But because our concealers stay in place too, you don't really have to do that. You can. And again, if I was like a 3/4 cut crease, if I was going out later, or if I had something else I was gonna do, let's cut the other side first, then I might put some powder on just to make sure that that is gonna last all night. And I know part of my problem with the older products I used to use was that I didn't really buy good quality stuff. It's funny the things you realize as you grow up, right? Like, I won't buy cheap skincare. I won't buy cheap makeup. I won't buy cheap alcohol. Like, there are some things you can get away with in your early 20s, and it's not a big deal. But you can't necessarily get away with them as you get older. Ooh, if I was gonna leave it white, I might do that. I might do that on the inner. That's a good idea. I'm going to bring some of the colors back in though, which I know seems a little bit redundant, but it looked really pretty when she did it. I don't know what I did with my other mirrors. I had little handheld mirrors, but I'm like holding this big old... I actually think I put my other mirrors on the back of this new mirror, thinking I maybe wouldn't need them, but sometimes it's nice to have something in your other hand just to get a little bit closer. You can fake a crease, Tiffany, because you have enough space between like where your hood would be and your eyebrows that if you wanted to fake a crease, you probably could. So then what I'm going to do is just take a very little bit of the red, orange, and green and just kind of bring that back in just down here. And I'm not taking it all the way up, and I'm not going to take it all the way in. Try to stay in frame for you guys. Are you watching me at work, young lady? My friend Jen just jumped on, and I don't know what time it is, but she's probably at work. Or on her way home. I hope it's not late enough that you're home already. If you're home already, I'll be coming over shortly. So then I'm just gonna do the same thing here with the purple, blue, and green. Bring the color back in just a little bit. See, I just had to question which green I used. That's why doing palettes like this with no names can confuse me sometimes. Because it's one thing here because I've only used one green out of this palette, so it's kind of obvious which one I used. But once I've used more out of the palette, I just worry about like going to put something on. Oh. Is my eye gonna twitch? It's been one of those weeks, let me tell you. All right, so now I'm just gonna take a clean, fluffy brush and blend a little bit. That actually went on really easily. A lot easier than I thought it was going to. I like everything in this palette so far. So I've got this white. Where did that brush go? Oh, who knows? I can take this, do a little bit brightening before I put my foundation on. So if you guys joined the video late, you might have missed that I'm doing this new, I did it just randomly the other day. I actually think I was a little high when I started doing my makeup. And I had seen some people like Jamie French on YouTube do reverse foundation where they like put their powder on first and then the cream cream foundations. So when I got my face prep today, I did silk and then our natural powder and let that set. And I just did a little bit of natural concealer because I had some left on my hand. And then when I did it the other day, I put a little bit too much powder on. So I had like, you could see little spots of powder. So I just took our facial mist, which is great before or after makeup. But I did that to kind of give the powder that was setting in my pores a little bit of liquid. And then I just went back in with my brush and kind of spread the powder around a little bit before I put my CCTM on, and it was awesome. I took pictures and I was like, I don't even need to edit those. That's awesome. All right. I've got our navy pencil for this eye. Our gold pencil for this eye. Oh, the shadow kind of did what it needed to over here. Hi, Core. I love you, honey. Thank you. That's my beautiful niece, one of them. I have 3 beautiful nieces now. I have 4 great nieces. Oh, they're beautiful. All right, so then I think I actually brought the pencil, our brown pencil. It's brown, black, brown, sort of. I think a strong brow would be good here, but because I'm not really doing anything today. Of course I say that and then I'm like super heavy-handed. So I just kind of wanted to use the pencil to darken them a little bit. I just tend to be very heavy-handed, so that's good. Yeah, it's definitely getting too warm in this room. Oh, she looks perfect. I just wish it was easier to get back east. Like, you know, you'd think with, I know way back in the day when everybody used to stay in the same town, but now that everybody's family lives so far away, you'd think the airfare would get more decently priced. Now I'm just using some of this. I'm using this one over here underneath the pink. Has just a light kind of highlight on my brow bone. And I like Sarah's idea of putting some on what's showing still of the white. To Maryland? Tiffany? Most of my family lives there or in surrounding states. You know, taking the train's a great idea for like planned trips, but when something happens and like you need to be there right away, the train doesn't really work. So anyway, I'm not going to get into that. I was going to start crying again. Okay. So let's start my shadows. Oh, Ohio. Is this a fun trip or a business trip? So I'm using 1 pump of light concealer with a dab of medium. That seems to give me the most dab of medium concealer. Really? I would not think the train would be more expensive than anything, but so I've just got 1 pump of light concealer and then, I'm sorry, light CCTM and medium concealer. I feel like the medium concealer is, the medium CCTM, I can't even get my words right today. The medium CCTM is just almost a little too orange for me. But because I can use the light, when I add in a little bit of concealer, it actually gives me more coverage and it's more my natural color. And our CCTM has a mechanical shield that's equivalent to an SPF of 15. It's also buildable, so if you use our moisturizers, our foundation, or our powders, they all have mechanical shield SPF 2. And all a mechanical shield is instead of using chemicals to protect you from the sun, we have things, and I'm not going to be able to remember any of them right now, but we have all natural like essential oils and stuff that protect you from the sun. And it's actually better protection than the chemical shield or the chemical coverage, because it's like wearing a shirt on your face. It's buildable up to 30, I think. My neck, or my décolletage here tends to get really red, so. All right. Throw stuff around here now. Aw, that's fun. How long's it been since you celebrated with them like that? I wonder if the train's more expensive anywhere you go. Like, maybe it's more expensive for you to go to Ohio, but maybe it'd be a better option for me to get all the way across country. Oh, Tiffany and Sarah, you guys are here. I was able to order some of the rainbow shadows, and since, well, no, I think Sarah wanted a full set, but I have all the individuals that everybody wanted. The full sets, they still haven't released Violet yet, so I can't quite get a full set yet, but the individuals I've gotten, so you ladies are pretty much taken care of. Oh wow, a decade. That's so fun. That's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited for you. What should we put over grape soda? I mean orange soda. I'm just opening this. Oh, the new one doesn't pop like the old one used to. We've got our new, the new logo on it. And I actually do like these bottles. They seem a lot heavier. They seem more uniform. So I do like the new labeling. And you'll see on the glosses, this band will be blue. And on Lip Sense, it's going to be gold. So that's like a neat way to look at things. This would be fun to do an ombre with like our She's Apples, which is a bright, bright orange. This has got some shimmer to it. Maybe, maybe not. I thought it was supposed to. I did bubblegum glitter the other day. It's a really pretty pink, but it's got like some purpley tones. You can kind of see in the tube. It's really pretty. There's no such thing as an overuse of Prism Gloss. Oh, and I have a new eyelash curler that came in today, but I don't know. I probably wouldn't have gotten it if it wasn't 40% off. I don't know if it was working when I was trying it earlier. But it's one of those hot ones. It's not like hot. It didn't burn my eyelids or anything, but the worry wart in me is worried about that. It is amazing. All right, second layer of orange soda. It's a much more wearable orange, even though it seems like neon in this tube. It feels more wearable in person than like our She's Apples, which doesn't even look as scary in the tube as this one does. It's funny how sometimes the pigments they use look scary in the bottle, but they're not so bad in the tube. I mean, on. They look bad in the bottle, but they're not bad in the tube. Sorry if you guys heard that buzz. Sounds like an email. Watch, it'll be when I'm on here on a live and not able to check anything, doing a rainbow look, that the rainbow collection comes back. I've heard a lot of good things about Mojave. There's a lot of the old colors I wish they'd come back with. But I'm also happy to see that they're branching out. Getting into more colors and more products. You know, these bright colors are real big with the younger generation, and that makes me feel really old to say, but I still like them too. But, you know, if somebody wants bright colors and they come to me asking for bright colors, until about 6 months ago, we didn't really have anything. And even then, it wasn't like a full spectrum of what we needed. All right, so let's see if I can find my prism glass quickly. Don't fall over. La, 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 la. Yep. See, it was on the top of my glasses too, so that tells you how much I use it. Oh, you're not supposed to do that. I keep catching myself doing things out of habit. You guys know you're not supposed to pump your wand. That puts extra air into your tube and it can make your mascara lumpy. And that's with any mascara, that's not just a Synergens thing. And I'm not even gonna bother with blushing or contouring because I have a lot of natural color in my cheeks and I've got a lot going on my eyes and lips, so I don't want to, like, you know, balance it out. Yeah, it's been a bad habit to break. I didn't know it until starting with Synergens, and it wasn't even until, I don't know, maybe a year ago that I heard that. And so I've been trying to break myself of that habit, so every time I catch myself doing it, oh, that was a good choice. It makes it even more wearable because it kind of tones the color down just a touch. It reminds me of those orange dreamsicles. You guys remember those? Oh yeah, that's cute. That's cute. So, let me shake out my hair here. I have not officially washed my hair with cleansers. Monday will be 3 weeks. Like, I would never have thought, and I did a rice water treatment today. I don't know if you guys can. So I did rice water. It's got like light protein in it. So if your hair is over damaged and needs some protein, it's not a heavy protein treatment, so it's not gonna like weigh your hair down. But because my hair was so damaged, it wasn't really accepting a lot of water. So I did a rice water treatment today. I'm actually really excited to do my refresh tomorrow and see what happens. I can't believe I still have purple in my hair. I have not gotten my hair redone. Anyways, but I think my curl's looking pretty good. I still got some things to figure out, but I can't believe it's been almost 3 weeks since I've washed my hair. I've done a co-wash and I've done an apple cider vinegar rinse, and like I said, I did the rice water today, but I used to wash my hair every single day. Every single day. I can't believe that. Okay, so that is my rainbow face. We'll see how this lasts throughout the day, and then I will recreate this with the Senegent shadows when I get my rainbow collection in. I'm going to go pick up some of my singles right now, and I will talk to you guys soon. I love you very much, and make sure you're doing everything for love. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.